Om Asmatgurubhyo Namaha. Krishno Rakshatu no Jagattraya Guruhu Krishnam Namasyamyaham Krishne Namarasyatravo Vinihataha Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha Krishna Deva Samuttidam Jagadidam Krishnasya Dasosmyaham Krishne Tisthati Vishwametadakhilam He Krishna Samrakshamam. Hey Srimanarayana. Blessings of Sri Chinna Jeeyar Swamiji. We're continuing Bhagavad Gita. We're in chapter 18. We finished sloka 9 in the last session. We'll continue from sloka 10. 10th sloka. It's chant. Nadvescha kusalam karma
Adveshta kushalam karma
kusale nanushajjate
kushalena sajjate
tyagi sattva samavishto
tyagi sattva samavishto
medhavi chinna samsayaha.
medhavi
Avichinna samsyah
Let's chant together.
nadvescha kushalam karma
kushalam karma kushalena
kushalena yagi
tyagi sattva
sattvasamavishto
samavishto medhavi
medhavi chinna
samsyah.
samsyah.
So we learned about Tyagi, right? What's the difference between sannyasi and Tyagi, or sannyasa and Tyaga, right? Earlier. So Lord Krishna is continuing. Saha Tyagi, the Tyagi, Sattva Samavishtaha, one who, so the Tyagi who is having Sattva, who is filled with Sattva, Sattvic Tyaga and Rajasic and Tamasic. We learned about that earlier. So Tyagi who is filled with Sattva, Medhavi, one who has wisdom, right? We understand Medhavi. Chinna Samsayaha, one who has doubts cut off. Chinna means cutting off. Samsaya is doubts. So it is referring to that Tyagi who is filled with Sattva, who is Medhavi, who is having wisdom, and who is not having any doubts. Okay, whose doubts are cut off. Saha, that Tyagi, nadvesti akusalam karma. Nadvesti does not hate. What karma? Karma is work. What kind of karma is akusalam karma? That is inauspicious work. Okay, so the Tyagi who is filled with sattva, who has wisdom, has no doubts, very clear, they do not hate work that is inauspicious, that produces undesirable results. Kusale na anusajjate. Kusale na anusajjate. So they do not hate earlier he said they do not hate the inauspicious work, and they do not get attached to auspicious work. Okay, akushalam is inauspicious, kushalam is auspicious or desirable or pleasing kind of work, right? Anushajjate is attached. So na anushajjate is not attached. So the one who is Tyagi, who is having sattva tyaga, sattvic tyagi, is not going to hate the work that is giving undesirable results, nor getting attached to the work that is giving desirable results. Okay. So who is considered having wisdom? Who is a medhavi?
The person who is having sattvic qualities is following the
Not attached to the results of action.
karma.
Not attached to the result. Medhavi is one who has wisdom, wisdom of the three realities, wisdom of ourself, Paramatma, and Prakriti. Right? So one who is clear about these concepts, one who is clearly understanding what need to be done, how should it be done, right? That person does not hate the work, does not get attached to the work, irrespective of whether it is giving desirable results or undesirable results, right? So typically what we do is we don't like or we even hate the work that gives us undesirable results. Undesirable result, any category, like some examples of undesirable results. Any examples? Anything that gives us materialistic, pains, the pains, hardships, right? So if something is difficult for me, even though I'm supposed to do, I will not do that work. Or if I'm forced to do the work, I'm not happy about it. I start hating that kind of work, right? So because it is giving me hardships, because there is something that is something else than I need to do, which is pleasing for me, like comforts and pleasures for me. Instead of that, I'm doing this kind of work, which is hard for me, right? Um, so work that appears to us that will give us um, swarga, punya, right? The work that is appearing to us that this kind of work gives me punya, that we like that kind of work, right? Obviously, people who are concerned about punya and papa, right? Work that appears to be giving us punya, we get attached to that. We like that kind of work. We want to do it again and again, even though it may not be the one that is assigned to us. It may not be our duty to do. The work that appears to us to give us papa, you know, appears to us like, we are hurting somebody, or as an example, like Arjuna thought that if he is participating in the war, it appeared to him that he will be acquiring sin, right? Because he'll be hurting his own family, cousins and other relatives, right? So it appeared to him that it is giving him the papa, so he thought it is undesirable work, right? So if Arjuna is a perfect Tyagi, Tyagi who is filled with sattva, who is not having any doubts, and who is full of wisdom, who understands the reality, right? Understands about himself and what is his goal, what are his duties, then he would not hesitate from participating in the war on the side of righteousness, to protect the dharma. He would not hesitate to do that kind of work, even though it is hardship for him, even though it appears to him that he may get sin. But if that, and later Lord Krishna says, this Tyagi will not acquire any sin. We'll see that, right? So, got it? So Sattvic Tyagi do not get attached to the work that is giving desirable results, do not hate the work that gives us undesirable results. We need to make sure that, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, finish up, sir.
Please.
Okay, so I mean, I think like you said, right? Arjuna is a Medhavi, right? Medhavi, and he read all the shastras. I'm just thinking, right? He himself, he doesn't want to do the war in spite of all that, right? I mean, in spite of he being.
So that is the difference, right? Like Arjuna is having lot of knowledge in how to use the weapons, lot of knowledge in terms of how to lead society, what is good and what is bad in the society, right? But he did not have clear idea about the three realities, and he's full of doubts, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he also doesn't know who is a Tyagi and who is a sannyasi, and he doesn't know. He wants to run away from his duties. So basically, he doesn't have any of these qualities at this time, right? The time of the Kurukshetra war, Arjuna, maybe he might have gone through the scriptures. That's the difference. People who have gone through the scriptures, who appear to be good people, who have good knowledge in whatever work they need to do, may be lacking the real knowledge, the real wisdom. Okay, they may be able to be successful in their current life, whatever they are leading. They may become famous. Uh, they may have materialistic pleasures. They may have a lot of possessions. Nothing to worry about, right? They may be doing good things, no problem. But they are lacking. They may be lacking the real knowledge of the what is the true reality, the three realities, and who are we, what we need to do, how we need to do all that, what is our goal, who will give us that goal. They have no idea about it. So because of that, we get a lot of doubts. um, we kind of get, oh, what kind of work I need to do. We don't know, we get doubts, right? So what kind of profession we need to choose. Yeah. Actually, Lord Krishna answers in all those questions in these chapters. Okay, so we'll move on to the next sloka. Sloka 11. Listen. Nahi deha bhruta sekyam
Nahi
Mahimritashakyam
tyaktum karmanyaseshatah
yaktum karmanyasheshatah
yastu karma phalatyagi
yastu karma phalatyagi
satyagi tyabhidhiyate.
satyagītyabhidhīyate
Let's chant together.
Nahi
Nahi bhruta sekyam tyaktum
yaktum
karmanyashatah
karmanyasheshatah
yastu karma
Tyagi
Satyagi
satyagītyabhidhiyate.
Satyagītyabhidhīyate.
Okay, so Lord Krishna is saying, Nahi Sakyam, it is not possible. Sakyam is possible. Na Sakyam is not possible. It is not possible indeed. It's not possible at all. What? Dehabhruta Tyaktum karmani aseshataha. Dehabhruta is the embodied, one who is embodied. Tyaktum karmani aseshataha, to give up the actions completely. Karmani is all actions. Tyaktum is giving up, aseshataha is completely, without having any reminder. So it is not possible for us we are all embodied beings, right? We are Atmas in this body. Okay. So for those embodied beings, it is not possible to give up the works completely, right? And Lord Krishna is saying, Yaha tu karma phalatyagi. Yaha is whoever karma phalatyagi gives up the fruits of actions. Okay. Karma phalatyagi is one who is practicing karma yoga. Karma phalatyaga is a synonym for karma yoga. Whoever is giving up the fruits of activities, sahatyagi iti abhidiyate. That person is called a tyagi. Saha, that person. Tyagi iti abhidiyate is called like tyagi, right? So it is not possible for us to completely abandon, give up all our activities. The one who is doing the activities, giving up the fruits of those activities, is called the Tyagi. Or Tyagi is the one who will give up the fruits of the activities. Now, so there are three kinds of giving up. We learned, right? What are the three?
Desires and what's the question?
So Phalatyagi is one type of giving up the fruits of the activities. There are two more.
The
Phala Sangha Katrutva.
Phala Sangha Kartrutva.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So we can, Phala Sangha Kartrutva Tyagi is the, defining completely, right? Phalatyagi is also Phala Sangha Kartrutva Tyagi, right? Is referred to that person who is giving up all the three attachments. But we are referring to that person in short by Phalatyagi, giving up the fruits of the activities. So one who is giving up the fruits of the activities is also giving up the kartrutva and sangha. Sangha is the attachment to the work. And kartrutva is thinking that I am doing the work, right? So here we should understand that phalatyagi, karma phalatyagi is the one who is giving up the phala sangha kartrutva. Okay. So Lord Krishna is saying it is not possible for us to give up all activities. Okay. Why? Why is it not possible for people to give up the activities?
So long as we have the body, we have to maintain the body.
Yes. Correct. So we have to maintain the body that is given to us. And why do we need to maintain the body?
Because we have a goal to achieve, which is to reach God, and without the body, we cannot do that.
Right. Yes. So we have a goal to reach Paramatma, and this is the instrument given to us. Right? So if you don't take care of the instrument, it will we know, like if we have to go to office and we have the car and the car gives trouble, we cannot go to office. So that is one. Second reason is that we are given this birth to experience certain karmic bondage, right?
Yes.
So this karmic bondage cannot be skipped. There's nothing like, the karmic bondage will go away if I, close my eyes and sleep in my room, like 100 years. It is not going away. The karmic bondage has to be experienced no matter what. There's no exception. That's why even those very learned people, those who are sattvic, those who are great devotees, may also go through certain difficulties in life, right? So people may ask why what is the use of praying to God if you are going through the difficulties? So or you can stop praying to God because you're it didn't matter for us, right? Because anyway you're facing the difficulties in life. So it is not that we can skip those whatever karmic bondage that is assigned to us. If not in this life, we have to experience it in some other life. There is absolutely no way that karmic bondage will go away. 100% written. It can be lessened. It can be modified if we are able to pray to Paramatma and get the blessings of Paramatma and Acharya. We may be able to, lessen the effect that we may not feel that much, right? Let us say something really materialistic thing, something really bothering us. But having the knowledge of knowledge, having Acharya's blessings, having Paramatma's blessings and surrendering to Paramatma, even though that event occurred, our pain will come down. Will not feel that much. So we have to, we have to do the activities in order to um, spend that karmic bondage that is assigned to us. Okay, so we cannot skip it, and we because we have this body and that looking forward, right? Those who are really interested in getting the moksha state, who understand what is our goal, then they will spend this, they will use this body in order to achieve that goal, not to run after the materialistic pleasures and get more karmic bondage. For both of them, the karmic bondage that is assigned should be, experienced. So now, in order for us to survive, we would do all kinds of activities, like we have to eat, we have to drink, we have to breathe, right? Now, is it just sufficient for us to take care of our body? Should we do any other activities apart from taking care of our body?
We have to do the Panchamahayagnas.
Yeah.
Very good. Perfect answer. Yes. Why do we have to do Panchamahayagnas?
So that we can purify our antakarana and work towards liberation.
Okay, we can work towards liberation. Okay, what are the Panchamahayagnas? What are the Panchamahayagnas?
Pitruyagna.
Deva, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Deva, Pitru, Manusha, Jiva, then
Rishiyagna, Bhutayagna.
Yeah. Deva Yajna, Manusha Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Rishi Yajna, and Bhuta Yajna. So, what are these? So, in order for us to survive, we are basically eating food, right? The food that is given to us through, let's say, we are eating some fruits and vegetables. They are growing on the ground. and the trees and plants are growing because of water, and sun is giving the light, and the trees are able to give me the food, and I'm eating the food. Am I? I'm surviving because of that food. How am I repaying that?
Yeah.
How am I paying the debt? If I do not recognize that I got this food because of these natural sources, right? Then I'm eating
And
Yeah. Yeah.
pop.
The problem.
papa. Right. Perfect. So I'm basically I'm taking money from somebody, and I'm not recognizing that I'm taking. And if I take money from somebody as a like a debt, and if I don't repay, then it will be on my record, right? It will not go away, whether I like it or not, whether I recognize or not. It will be there in our record, right? So that if I'm not repaying in this life, I have to repay in some other life, right? If let's say I take the loan from somebody, I'm not repaying in that day I took the loan. I have to repay it next day. It is not going to vanish by itself, right? So if I'm using all these natural resources, and I'm not recognizing that I'm using them, I'm not paying them back, okay, then whatever I used will become a debt for me, right? I thought it is mine, even though it is not mine. Like I'm taking money from you and I thought it is mine, and I'm spending it, is going to add debt for me. Same way, if I'm using the material, whatever I'm getting, I'm using it as my own, and not recognizing, not paying back, then we'll be acquiring debt. That debt is the sin that we call, right? Karmic bondage. So we acquire more karmic bondage. Simple thing like eating vegetables can give us karmic bondage. So our entire life can give us karmic bondage if I'm not recognizing that fact that we are using the natural resources. Those natural resources are nothing but devatas, right? So we have to repay those devatas in order for us to not acquire that debt. So that if we don't cleaning antakarni and all like higher terminology, but simple thing is I'm getting if I don't recognize, I get debt. If I recognize and offer whatever I'm taking, I at least recognize that you are the one who is giving to me. Then I don't acquire that debt. Now there are ways to do the Deva Puja, the worship the Devatas, follow those practices. Okay, so those practices are done when you are doing those practices for the Devatas, it becomes Deva Yajna, right? Yajna is something that is done as a worship. Okay, so you're worshipping those Devatas. Now, um, sun is a devata, water is devata, air is devata, earth is devata, right? So we are, I mean, there are several other natural sources that are helping us. Now, it is not possible for us to pray to each and individual devata. We pray to Paramatma, who is behind all these devatas, as the one that who is giving the energy to all the devatas. So if we pray to Paramatma, indirectly we are praying to all the devatas. So we can choose to pray the devatas if you know, like sun salutations. If you are doing it every day, that's great. But don't forget that Paramatma is the one giving the energy to sun, and we are saluting, we are worshipping Paramatma also through sun. Like that, we do the Deva Yajnas that are given, the activities that are given in the scriptures to to worship them, repay the debt that we have, right? Manusha Yajna is not just like our own efforts giving us the results. Everybody around us helping us, whether we recognize them or not, whether we see them or not. There are so many people that are working for us every day. The fact that I'm able to speak right now through internet, somebody may be working in a internet service center, right? I don't even know who that person is. So we are able to use the resources. So Manusha Yajna is serving those, serving those. But how do I serve that person? Like I don't know that person. Can you give an example of how to serve those people who we may not know? If we know, that's great. We can worship them. Our acharyas. I mean, there's another category, but let's say those people who are helping us, we can worship them. But if we don't know,
Worship Paramatma, right?
worship Paramatma is one way, right? And when they are able to serve us, they are able to provide resources to us or support us because of Paramatma. So worshipping Paramatma will basically address that. Will also be able to do the Manusha Yajna by helping the needy people, right? So like somebody gives us let's say money or food or something. That person, if we try to repay that person, he may not need it, right? So, but there may be other person who may be in need of food or money. So we may be able to, if we help the needy, then we are actually doing the Manusha Yajna. Someone has a question.
The donations to charity, right? Charity, I mean, you can do
Yes, donations, our
charities.
time and
Organization.
resources.
Volunteering.
Volunteering. Yes, it's Manusha Yajna. So I think we covered earlier in detail that but, Pitru Yajna is the we got this body. Like I'm able to do anything because of this body. The body is given to us by our parents, right? I didn't prepare it by myself. Parents were involved in giving us the body and also bringing me up. When we are very little, they took care of us. Otherwise, we wouldn't be there here, right? So, and also parents were able to get their bodies because of the forefathers, right? So the entire our lineage, entire forefathers, parents are the reason why we have this body. So we pray to them. We worship them. That is Pitru Yajna. Then Rishi Yajna is the one. So we are able to survive, right? Not just because we are able to do the work. Whatever work we do, it requires knowledge, right? That knowledge is given to us by our rishis, right? Um, Not only how to do these yajnas, not only how to survive in this world, like materialistic world, uh, also to do the activities properly, right? For example, learning about karma yoga, for example, Lord Krishna gave to us through our acharyas. So we have to repay them. Okay, if I use that knowledge and I treat it as my own, I got the knowledge by myself, then I'm getting the debt. I'm getting sin. I'm getting karmic bondage. So how do I repay that? Is by I cannot go back and teach them, or they may not need money from me, right? Or they may not even be there at this time. So we can do that by studying the scriptures, right? So whatever we are doing right now is Rishi Yajna. Okay, studying the scriptures and giving knowledge to other people. Whatever rishis have given us, we are able to distribute that knowledge to everyone. So that is Rishi Yajna, and not only human beings and devatas helped us, all beings helped us. The animals, trees, insects, every being in this world is directly or indirectly helping us for us to survive. and for us to do the work. So we need to recognize them and worship them. That is Bhuta Yajna. Taking care of animals in the way, proper way, not like just because we have to take care of animals and bring them and put them in cages is not the right way to do. In whatever way we need to take care of the animals, trees, and the environment, we need to do that. So all these need to be done. The activities need to be done. We cannot avoid it. Thinking that I am, I got moksha, I became God, and then declare myself I'm God, and then not do any of these activities will give us karmic bondage, unfortunately. There's no one, God is not going to come and certify us saying that, okay, you spent all your karmic bondage. From now on, you will not get any more karmic bondage. You are equal to me. God is not going to come and tell us, right? So, unfortunate thing is people will think, oh, I'm realized person. I got self-realization, God realization. So I got moksha and I don't have to do any activities from now on. Is the perfect way of falling into the into a well, right? So unfortunate thing is after getting all the knowledge, they will they will be suffering. So everybody, Lord Krishna is very clearly telling here, they have bhuta. Like, anyone who has a body cannot escape the works. What they can do is they can do it as karma phala tyaga, right? So Falasanga Kartrutva Tyaga, if they do, then that person is a Tyagi and that person will not acquire karmic bondage. We'll say in next loka. Got it?
Yes.
We discussed about the yajnas, I think, in previous, so we had to skip, go fast a little bit. So, I mean, when we are teaching kids, this is something that is very important. Kids may not realize, all this, like the why we have to do Panchamahayagnas, who are supporting us, and all that. This is very important for us to teach the kids. Okay. Next sloka, please chant. Anishtamishtam misram cha
Anishtamishtam mishram cha
trividham karmanah phalam
Vividham
Trividham karmanah phalam
bhavatyattyaginam pretya
Bhavatyatyaginam
Bhavatyattyaginam pretya
natu sanyasinam kvachit.
Natu sanyasinam kvachit
Let's chant together.
Anishtamishtam mishram
Anishtam
cha
cha
Trividham
trividham
karmanah
karmanah
phalam
phalam
Bhavatyattyaginam pretya
Natu
Natu
Sanyasinam
sanyasinam kvachit. Okay. So Lord Krishna talked about the Tyagi, and Tyagi is not the one who is giving up the activities, is the one who is giving up the Phalasanga Kartrutva, Tyaga. Lord Krishna is saying in this loka, Anishtam Ishtam Misram Cha. Anishtam is undesirable. Ishtam is desirable. Misram is mixed. Trividham Karmana Phalam. These are the threefold results of works. Very simple. When you do any work, there can be only three possibilities: undesirable, desirable, or mixed. I have mixed feelings about it, we will say, right? So, pretya atyaginam bhavati. Pretya is after death. Atyaginam bhavati. Tyagi is the one who is giving up the fruits of activities, karma phala tyaga, or phalasanga kartrutva tyaga. Atyagi is the one opposite of that, who is not giving up, who is doing everything as uh, with kartrutva phala sanga, without tyaga. Okay, so so for that person, atyaginam, to those people who are atyagis, they get threefold results: undesirable, desirable, and mixed. Pretya, after death. Okay, that is a literal meaning. We'll see what it means. Natu sannyasinam kvachit. However, tu means however, but na sannyasinam kvachit. To the sannyasis, na kvachit, never, not even a little. Okay, so if one is a atyagi, to that atyagi, there are three types of results for any work you do. For atyagi, no result. Okay, so what is this result? So does it mean that if I'm a tyagi, I will not get any result?
You get the best result.
You get the best result. Some result will come, right? So what is that result? Okay. So I mean, it's very important. If you really go deeper and try to understand the meaning, it'll really, give us that real meaning. So why did Lord Krishna say pretya? I mean, when you do the work, you will get the result, right? Like when you take a test, you either get whatever grade it is, pass, fail, or probably they will not give any result. Suddenly they will cancel the test and you have to retake the test. So there's no result. Some result will be there, no matter who it is. Whether it is a Tyagi or Atyagi, definitely there will be some result, isn't it? So what is that result that Lord Krishna is talking about? That phalam. That phalam is related to pretya. That means the one that is going to be after death. Now, does it mean that whatever activities that we do, some result is given to us after we leave the body?
No.
No. Right? We are continuously acquiring some results, right? So this result is related to that which is not related to the body, right? So if there is a result that is given to us, as soon as we do the work, we get some result. That result is desirable, undesirable, or mixed. That is result for this body. That is a materialistic result. Okay, our bodily experiences, our bodily possessions, that is going to be there for everyone. Okay, it is not like if it is really cold outside and you go and stand in the cold, just because we did lot of yajnas, it doesn't become like 100 degrees centigrade for us. It will be the same cold for everybody. The result is going to be there no matter what. But what Lord Krishna is saying is that there is a threefold result that is given to the one who is not the body, one who is in the body, one who is existing even after the death, right? So, so there is a result that is assigned to the one who is um, existing after death. Means, of course, it is the body that is dying, not the Atma. So the result, there is a result that is assigned to the Atma, is what Lord Krishna is saying here. So that result is threefold. Okay. For one who is Atyagi, there is a result that is assigned to that Atyagi. Could be positive, negative, or neutral, or mixed. Positive and negative mixed. For Tyagi, there is no result that is assigned to that Atma. So Atma does not acquire karmic bondage. Right? Got it? So one who is a Tyagi is not acquiring karmic bondage while doing the work. One who is a Tyagi is getting karmic bondage, which will stay with that Atma even after death. Okay? So what is the type of result? Desirable, undesirable, and mixed. What does that mean?
Swargam, Narkam, and and coming back.
Yes, yes. That is the desirable is um, um, getting a
Higher.
Higher level, right?
Mm.
Undesirable is going lower, right, from where we are, and desirable is getting, Swarga is associated with pleasures, right? Uh, Undesirable is Naraka is associated with punishment, and mixed is we will come back is one that is given, right? We'll take birth again and we'll have mixed experiences. But for any work, will there be? How can there be mixed karmic bondage? What is mixed karmic bondage?
Because the person is doing good and bad. So they are getting positive and negative karmic bondage.
Right.
Result.
So there's an activity that is, positive. Let us take just a positive and negative terms. Positive is desirable, and they get punya. Then there is an activity that they're doing that is giving them papam. But how can there be a mixed, like?
Rajasic, right? I think they're following, they don't follow the scriptures, but they're doing the, right? So the people with Rajas kind of a thing, right? I think they still do some punyam, right? In time, but for fame and, right, for those kind of things, they do the punyam, so they're getting a negative result, right? So,
Yeah. They get if they're doing like a donation, for example, and they're doing it as without
without
Tyaga, then they'll be getting karmic bondage. That karmic bondage is desirable karmic bondage. There is no mixed there. If a Rajasic person is doing some antisocial activity, right, for their own sake, hurting other people, then they are getting negative
what
karma.
was he's doing donation, that's a positive thing, right? That's a desirable result he'll get because he's doing donation. But he's doing that with Katrutva Bhava, right? Without Karma Pala Tyaga, right? He's doing that.
Yeah.
That's giving him the negative and undesired.
No.
Mixed, no?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So then it will nullify. If that is actually they're getting karmic bondage there. They're getting good karmic bondage.
Okay.
Okay. If they get good and then immediately they're doing something negative there, and then positive and negative will nullify and then they get zero. No. there is a, say for example, somebody, in order to feed homeless people, okay, I'm just coming up with an example. So the activity is to feed homeless. So Manusha Yajna, okay, good activity. They're doing the yajna as Atyagi. I'm doing it, I will get fame or whatever is the reason they're doing it. So while going to do that work, they're going in the car. And that car is going, when they're driving on the road, they're probably, it goes on top of maybe a small animal, right? That person didn't recognize that. So unnecessarily hurt somebody, right? So the activity is a good activity, but while doing the good activity, there are some activities unknowingly we might not realize they are giving us negative results, right? So because the whole activity I'm doing it as I'm doing it, I got the positive result, and all the thing, let's say I went over say some ants on the road. Okay, so I was responsible for the destruction of somebody, right? So then whatever is the negative result will be assigned. So there are positive and negative results for the same. You consider both of them as one activity, right? So another example is in order to make food, right? In order to feed the family, you're cooking the food. You may be destroying other beings while you are doing cooking, right? So the activity is a good activity. We get positive result. There are certain negative results that are embedded in it, which we may not recognize. So a Tyagi does not acquire any karmic bondage at all, neither positive nor negative, right? But Atyagi is the one who is either getting, if the activity is purely you can clearly say that it's a desirable and gives punya, then they get desirable result. If the activity is purely atrocious, then it is undesirable result. And the activity involves both, good and bad at the same time, right? Then it is going to give the mixed result. So Atyagi is the one who is acquiring positive, negative, and mixed results. And each one of them have their own consequences. Okay. Each one of them will be binding. So they may be, different different types of bondage when somebody is intentionally hurting somebody related to somebody who is unintentionally doing something. But still they would be acquiring karmic bondage, right? So it's our duty to do any activity as Tyagi only. Okay, Tyagi is the one who does not acquire karmic bondage. In other words, it is clearing uh, our ourself, right? The karmic bondage is being cleared from ourself that is associated with us. Somebody may call it as clearing antakarni. I don't know. I mean, those are big words for me. So uh, Lord Krishna is saying, do this activity as Tyagi. Now, if somebody may ask, okay, why should I say that, why should I give up? Right? Okay, we understood that will not acquire the karmic bondage at all, right? But still somebody may ask, why should I give up? Okay. There is another reason Lord Krishna is saying. So you'll see that other reason. Please chant. Panchaitani Mahabaho
Panchaitani Mahabaho
Karanani Nibodhame
Karanani Nibodhame
Sankhye Krutante Proktani
Sankhye Krutante Proktani
Siddhaye Sarvakarmanam.
Daye Sarvakarmanam.
Let's chant together.
Panchaitani Mahabaho
Aho
Karanani
Karanani Nibodhame
Sankhye
Sankhye
Krutante
Krutante Proktani Siddhaye
Sarvakarmanam.
Sarvakarmanam. Okay. So Lord Krishna is saying, Hey Mahabaho, Arjuna, Nibodha me, listen to me. Me is to me, Nibodha me, listen, learn from me. Listen to me, learn from me. Pancha etani karanani. Pancha is 5. Karanani is causes. There are 5 causes. Okay. Sankhye krutante proktani. That are declared in Vedas. Okay. Sankhya Kritante is in the reasoned conclusions is, the literal translation. So basically, there are 5 reasons that are declared in Vedas. For what? Siddhaye Sarvakarmanam. For the Siddha means accomplishment. Siddhaye for the accomplishment of all works. Sarvakarmanam. So there are 5 reasons, 5 causes for any work to be accomplished. Okay. So thinking that I alone am the reason, I'm the cause for the work is foolishness. There are 5 things that are required in order to accomplish a task. Okay. So don't claim that you are the, like when, what is the Atyagi doing? The one who is not Atyagi, what is he doing? They're doing, I am doing the work, this is my work, and I am getting the result. This is for me. The results are for me to enjoy. So, so they are thinking that they are the reason for the result. They are the reason for choosing the work. They are the reason to do the work. They are the reason behind everything. So, Lord Krishna is very clearly saying, don't think you are alone in this. When something is accomplished, when some task is done, there are 5 things. Okay, what are the 5 things? See, Lord Krishna says, listen. Adhishtanam tatha karta
Adhishthanam tatha karta
karanam cha pruthakvidham
Karanam cha pruthagvidham
vividha cha pruthak chestha
Idha cha pruthak cheshta
daivam chaivatra panchamam.
Evam chaivatra panchamam
Listen together.
Adhishtanam tatha
Adhishtanam tatha karta
Karanam cha
karanam cha
pruthagvidham
pruthakvidham
Idha cha pruthak cheshta
chestha
Evam
daivam
chaivatra
panchamam. Mm, why others are not chanting? Hope it's okay. Okay.
Sorry, I
So,
thought I was I was on mute and I
okay,
was
okay, no problem. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. Adhishtanam. So there are 5 reasons, 5 causes for accomplishing any work. Okay. Adhishtanam is the body. That is a seat, adhishtanam, right? Seat of action. Tatha, karta, tatha, and karta is the actor. So there is a body, and there is one who is inside that body. Because of which the body is working. Okay. So now we may think that, oh, because I am in this body, that's why that's why the body is working. So obviously I'm the doer, right? That's what we think. But Lord Krishna very clearly told earlier also. It is not that we are in this body that is causing the work to happen. It is because we are affected, we are influenced by the gunas from the Prakriti. That is why the work is occurring. So yes, the body will work only if it is living. I mean, whatever, if there is a dead body, it cannot do any work, right? But so the fact that Atma exists in a body is making the body function, making the body live, making the body work. But it is, even though we call it as Karta, the actor inside the body, it is not the true actor. We learned earlier that it is the gunas that influence that actor. Again, I'm repeating because it needs to be, clearly put in our brain. Otherwise, we'll forget. So it is the gunas, under the influence of the gunas, the Atma is acting. Otherwise, Atma doesn't need anything, right? So, but yes, the fact that Atma is present in the body is one reason. There are 5 causes, right? So the body. If Atma doesn't have body, Atma cannot do the work. So body is one reason, one cause for action. Atma exists in the body is another cause for action. Then pruthak vidham karanam, different kinds of organs of action, karmendriyas, along with manas. Okay, so the body is there, but karmendriyas are not functioning. Atma is there, body is there, but karmendriyas are not functioning. Then you cannot do any work, right? Maybe either the time of sleeping or maybe in a coma state or whatever is the reason. The karmendriya, or if it is not present also, like hands and legs are not there for somebody, unfortunately, can't do the work. So the karmendriya is another reason. Vividha pruthak chesta, then various distinct vital forces. Chesta is the vital forces, various distinct vital forces that are in our body enabling us to function. What are they?
Karmendriya, Jnanendriyas.
Karmendriyas are the indriyas, part of the body. But just because body is there, karmendriyas are there, Atma is there in the body, will the body be able to function?
Adhisthana Devata should be there for each of the Indriyas.
Indriyas, okay. Let's say that each of the Indriyas, maybe we can categorize them for Indriyas. Indriyas cannot function unless they are supported. So they are still under the category of Indriyas.
Paramatma is the main reason we are.
Daivam Pancham. Daivam is the 5th reason, but the 4th is Vividha Pruthak Chesta, is the vital forces in our body. So, yeah, Panchapranas, right? Unless the air that we breathe, right, it flows through our body and gets oxygen. oxygen, and water we drink, the food we eat, um, the nervous system functioning properly. So pancha pranas we learned earlier: prana, apana, samana, udana, and vyana. Right.
Yeah.
So they're all primary life forces. So prana is the air that we breathe in, right, related to respiration, breathing. Apana is outward movement, excretion of waste. Samana is related to digestion, right? Udana is speech, mind, memory, creativity, spiritual development. All these are under that. The one that is uplifting, upward movement for us. Dhyana is related to blood circulation, nervous system throughout the body. So these are all the uh, five vital forces that are making this body function. So the body, okay, Atma inside the body. So body start now it is living body. It has the karmendriyas to do the work. Okay, and the gyanendriyas that will control the karmendriyas to do the work, including the manas. Then we have all the vital forces in the body that makes the body function. And the fifth is Daivam Panchamam, is God, right? So because of the presence of Paramatma in us, because of Paramatma's support, energy that is given to us, then only the body is functioning. First of all, because of Paramatma, we are in this body at any point of time. We got into this body and we are in this body. And because of Paramatma, this entire system is working. And Lord Krishna very clearly explained, we learned all those slokas earlier, right? Because of me, all these functions are, they're functioning in the body, right? So, so Paramatma is the fifth reason, the fifth and most important reason. So now how can we claim that we are the doers, right? There are five causes. We have to remember that. Okay. Okay, so next sloka. I'll try to finish the next sloka as well. Sloka 15. Listen. Tatraivam sati kartaram.
Shriravanga.
I think this is
Shriravanga.
Oh,
I think you're showing the right one. Yeah, you're showing the right
yeah,
one.
it's
But
showing the right
okay.
one.
Yeah, sorry. I moved to the next one.
Okay.
Okay. Listen. Sariravang manobhiryat
Shriravang manobhiryat
karma prarabhate naraha.
karma prarabhate naraha
Nyayam va viparitam va.
nyayam va viparitam va
Panchaite tasya hetavaha.
panchaite tasya hetavah
Listen together.
Shriravang
Sarirava
manobhiryat
manobhiryat
karma prarabhate
karprarabhate
naraha nyayam va viparitam va panchaite
Panchaite
tasya
tasya
hetavah.
hetavaha. Okay. So we learned about the five causes for accomplishing any work. So Lord Krishna is saying, Yat karma prarabhate. Whatever work a person starts to perform, Yat karma prarabhate naraha. Naraha is person. Prarabhate is starts to perform. What kind of work? Sarira, vak, manobhihi. With body, speech, and mind. Right? I mean, when we do the work, we are doing the work with our body, speech, and mind. Right? So whatever we do with these three, nyayam va viparitam va, prescribed in the scriptures or prohibited in the scriptures. Ete pancha, these five, tasya hetavaha are the causes of this work. Okay? So any work that we do, whatever work we do with our body, speech, and mind, these are the five that are causes of the work. So it is not just one. In all this, in these five, who are we? We are only one part, right? Right? And that one part also, it is the work is not because it is needed for that one part. It is because it is there in the body. Because karmic bondage is assigned to us with that body. Because we are influenced by the gunas from the Prakriti. That's why we are doing the work. So, five causes for doing the work, but we are not the reason. We are not the agents. So, Tyagi will recognize that these are the five causes for doing any work. I am not the agent. Okay? I am doing this work because I am present in this body, because I am assigned this duty, because I am influenced by the gunas, right? I'm doing the work because I need, simple thing is I feel hungry, so I need to eat. So because I'm influenced by the gunas, and so this work is being done. Okay, so in chapter 7 and chapter 15, Lord Krishna gave a lot of information related to this sloka. I'm able to go through everything, but okay, 1 second. Somebody is speaking, 1 second. Okay. So, since we have a couple of minutes, let's read. I'll mention the slokas. So, what are the previous slokas where God said He is the primary cause? I mean, whenever we are doing the work, we can attribute it to the Prakriti or attribute it to Paramatma. So, Lord Krishna said in sixth sloka of chapter 7, one must know that all beings take birth from these two natures, material and the Atma, right? All beings are made because of the two natures, that is material nature and Jiva nature. I mean, Jivatmas inside the body. And I am the origin. He is the reason why the creation happens. He is the one who is creating this universe with all these different bodies. In 8th sloka, he said, I am the ability in all mankind. Right? Sloka 9, he said, I am the basis for life in the bodies. 8 and 9, he's also saying, I am the essence in earth, water, fire, air, and space. Okay? I mean, all these are needed for us to survive, and he is the essence. He is the one who is supporting all that. Sloka 10 is saying, Know me as the eternal seed of all beings, and the intelligence of the wise, and the mental strength of the powerful. So the things that we think, like here he said, right? The whatever we are doing with our bodies, speech and mind, right? That is these are the 5 causes. That includes Daivama as the Pancham, which is the most important. We are going through those. Sloka 12, Lord Krishna said, know that all objects of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas qualities are existing because of me. All these objects are because of him. Even the qualities are supported by him. Light from the sun, which is illuminating the whole thing, that is whole world. In chapter 15, Sloka 12, he said, that light belongs to me. Sloka 13, I support all these embodied beings by my power. I am the one who is nourishing the plants. Sloka 14, he said, I am the one who is digesting the food for you, right? Sloka 15, he said, I am well established in the heart region of all, right? And he's the reason why the entire circulation system, blood circulation is working. So all these, some of the slokas clearly telling that he is the cause for accomplishing any task. So we should not be assigning. We should never be thinking that this task I'm able to accomplish because of me. Okay. Any questions, Andy? Thank you so much. Chapter 18 is really, has a lot of details, clarifies a lot of things for us. So it's very important. Okay, we'll conclude with the concluding prayer. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यज्जत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि श्रीमन्नारायणाय समर्पयामि सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः जय श्रीमन्नारायण जय श्रीमन्नारायण
Yes,
थैंक यू
thank you.
जय श्रीमन्नारायण
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू
Jai
जय
Shri
श्रीमन्नारायण